what would you say to someone that is going through hardships, very specifically with their family, right? And they're choosing to make bad decisions based on their bad situation. How do you not convince them, or how do you try to justify making good decisions when the life circumstance they're surrounded in is bad? And when they make these bad decisions, they feel justified in just going down further and further.
It's almost hopeless,
and or
dude.
Following the path.
It's hopeless. It's like you really have no hope. Like, seriously. Like, there was a point when I was 19, so I was going to ELAC, and I really thought hard about everyone in my life, my friends, my family members, cousins, everything, and there wasn't a single person that did not have a weakness. Or if they didn't, they drank. Or if they didn't, they smoked cigarettes, or did both, combination of something. So it's like, no matter where I went, no matter who I hung out with, no matter what, it was always there. And now you can't control other people's lives. What helped me put things into perspective was when I started, getting really educated. Differential association, that people hang out with other people that are like them. And I realized that, like, some people were bad for me. So I started cutting everybody loose, dude. It came a point where I was like people, anybody would do me wrong, anybody would do me shady, or anybody would try and put me in a weird position. I felt uncomfortable, and any little thing, I was just like, fuck you. I just started cutting people loose left and right, family members, friends, cousins. Just, I'm on my objective. I'm just gonna fucking graduate, and I don't give a fuck. And that's kind of what it was.
So would you be willing to pass that off as advice to someone
who's
in a bad situation?
No, I'm not saying to fucking be a dick and to say fuck you, cousin, whatever the fuck it is. I'm not saying to fucking like totally like shun people, but you have to realize that, like, years go by fast. 2, 3, 4 years, fucking 5 years, you can be done. You can be done with an education, and then you come back and everybody's still in the same fucking place that they're in. So as long as you have that discipline to know that, like, I'm gonna fucking get through this regardless, and you're gonna come back and everybody's gonna be the same, but you're gonna be different. And even then, that's gonna be hard because you're different. And then how are you gonna relate to the same people that you're able to relate to your entire life? The same people you would talk about this, you talk about that, and now you're gonna come and start throwing out words and phrases. Like, okay, I'll end it with this. Like, I had an uncle who told me that, like, he showed me how small, how minuscule my existence was in this world. He showed me how I was smaller than a grain of sand. He was able to conceptualize it to me at a young age, and I was able to interpret it as what makes my life so special. Everybody's crying about, oh, I'm gonna be late, or you made me late, or I'm upset about this, or or like, I don't got this, or I need this, and I want it's everybody, when you really hear people's problems, sometimes it's like, okay. And then you hear of other problems, like people in the world who are dying, and people who are like really sick, people who are poor. I'm crying because I want this plastic device, and then these people who are dying of starvation every day, and so then you really are able to put it into perspective, and that's what it's like. Why me? So whenever I started feeling bad for myself, like, oh, my family, or oh, like, like why me? Like, that why me feeling lasted about, honestly, like maybe like fucking 2 or 3 seconds. Like, and I'm not even exaggerating. It was really, honestly, about 2 or 3 seconds. And it wasn't like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna roll with it, or it was just like, why me? And then it's like, fucking mean, why you? And then that was it.
I have a closing question. So it's if I told you that I had a friend that is in a bad circumstance, bad influences around them, right? And I had asked you, hey, this person is gonna choose to make bad decisions based on their circumstance, what would you say to that? I mean, it sounds obvious to be like, oh no, don't do that. But what do you think
Like
for the learning process? Is it bad to go ahead and be affected and influenced by all that?
like based on the circumstance. So it's so like if there's somebody who's involved in like a, I mean I don't know. I think every
It's
circumstance.
not as easy to just say, hey, don't do all that, right? Or don't go down the wrong.
Like honestly, like you need to have integrity. You know, you got to learn from your mistakes and learn from other people's mistakes. So there are some people that are very stubborn and they need to experience everything. You know, they feel like I need to experience it for myself. I need to see it. They go through and they need to fall hard on their ass, and then they fucking be like, all right, I understand. You know, like for some things, yeah. When I was younger, I was like that. I not like I need to experience everything, but like you know, the definition is you learn from other people's mistakes as well. So if you don't learn, then
Okay.
what the hell's the matter with you? Like seriously, like I mean, you have a weakness, fine. You make a mistake once, fine. You know, you make another mistake, then fine. You know, you make the same mistake again later on down the line, then fine. But you make the same mistake over and over and over again. You know you're fucking up. You know you're fucking up, and you're doing it because whatever the fuck is going on in your head, you know you're fucking up, and you're still doing it. So like that's on you. You know, if you're not gonna learn from your mistakes or from other people's mistakes, then like it's on you. That's how I see it.
Okay.
And then the reason why I see it that way is because like I've lived a pretty tough life, and like nobody's ever given me any fucking leeway or any credit or any fucking I've never had any fucking anybody praising me along the way or anything. You know, I had to do this. So like whenever people want to come to me or tell me, oh, like my life's so hard, or like, oh, my family, you know, like I have no choice. Like it's so some of them it's kind of hard. There's just some people that it's just you can't do it. I don't know what to tell you. I think what you honestly really need is an education. And not saying that you are uneducated, but you need to go to school in order to educate your family. I needed to change, and that was the only way I can continue to keep the cycle going and just find a job and work and then make a family and support them, and then or I can go to school. And that wasn't the best decision either, because like I mean I don't have a fucking career, you know. At the same time,
You have a degree though.
I have a degree. I actually have it, and I have a better perspective of like where I fit in this world, and like, you know, what I want, what I expect. Like I don't expect much out of people. You know, some people I guess I expect a lot out of a very few, and I don't expect much out of the rest of the world. So I guess the one thing that I really truly value is my privacy. I think now it's just like, you know, like leave me alone. Like seriously, like when I was younger, I was really eager. I was really motivated. I didn't like need to be liked by everybody, but I was outgoing, and I can get along with almost anybody now still. But I choose not to. I choose not to. It's just too much. It's too tiring to get to know everyone and go through that process and all that. Like when you have a family, you get older, it's like, all right, you don't need to go through that shit anymore. So, anyways,
That'll do.
yeah. Okay.
Now we just need a hug for the.
No.